got one more question about Justin Bieber. Anything you can tell us about him that nobody knows? Because you've been hanging with him a lot, creating this song and more. Is there any like inside info on Justin Bieber?
Man, the thing that makes me so mad is he's just like.
What are you wearing right now? What kind of shirt is that?
I don't know. I got a little lipstick on it. There's a little.
From who? From who?
No, it's actually lipstick. It's like a little lipstick canister. I don't even know what this shirt's from. It's unbuttoned a lot. That's what I know.
Your studio, or is that just your bedroom? Or
we are in the studio. We're right here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering, because I feel like in everyone's studios they always have good vibes. Like like that's part of the whole producing, writing process. Is that true?
Yeah, there's definitely good vibes in here. That's all I bring. I don't bring anything. I'm like no musical talent, all vibes.
Is that where you wrote the song "Lonely"? Were you in that studio right there?
We were for part of it, yeah, for sure. I write like everything here, for the most part. Mm-hmm. Like it's like honestly, it's not like even like a studio. Like it's not like a big studio. This is like a desk and a computer and some couches. Like I'm not like a big studio type of guy.
No. Question for you: you've worked with Halsey.
Yeah.
Khalid. You've worked with Justin Bieber. Which of the three was the most difficult to work with, and which one was the most amazing to work with?
Difficult.
Honestly, they're all so easy. I don't work with people unless you're like my homie. Like for me, it's like I'm not gonna work with you unless like you're coming over for like dinner, or we're playing basketball, or like we're like it's like because you can't make the type of music you want to make with people unless you have that real relationship and that real foundation. Like I wouldn't be able to, Lonely would not have happened if Justin didn't trust me and wasn't close with me and didn't want to be vulnerable. You know what I mean?
I was reading something you talked about, like working with your friends. That I didn't know what this meant. They said they set you up on an industry date with Ed Sheeran, and then you guys hit it off before he became famous, and then you guys just became friends and kind of wrote this song. What is an industry date, and is that how it happens?
I don't even know. Like, I think someone set us up on email, and they're like, you guys should really work. And for me, like, we didn't even make songs for like the first like 5 times we hung out. And then like we made one song, and then I remember one time he was like breaking up with his girlfriend at the time, and he like called me, and we just became like really close. And then I was like, hey, I'm gonna come on tour with you. And then I came on tour with him, and like we made an album on the road for like a year and a half. And then like,
that's amazing.
What'd you say?
I saw sources said you guys bonded off of fart jokes. Is that true?
That is probably true. We definitely bond off shit jokes. Like it's like I mean, for me, it's like I'm just not taking any of this shit like seriously. Like it's like you meet someone, it's like all these people they're just people. Like it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like everyone like tries to put artists on this pedestal, but it's like they're all just people, and I'm just trying to help them tell their story, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I almost feel like the second you take them off the pedestal is when they get more real, especially maybe like in writing sessions or whatever. But if you keep them on a pedestal, I mean, I can't imagine being on a public eye like you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, you know, people will be like, oh, I know you before they know you, and like, or I don't know you, or they have all these like, they'll be like, oh, well, that person's a dick. Like, and you'll be like, and you know, like I hear people say that stuff about like other artists, and I'm like, oh, you don't even know that person, you know? It's very easy to hate on people, you know what I mean? And it's like hating's free on the internet, so everyone's gonna do it.
Have you ever read any crazy rumors about you online or heard anything and you're like, what the heck?
I'm not like a person who even like, I don't look at that type of stuff. Like, I don't like really read the comments or anything, or I'm not like, I just like because it's like, what good's gonna come from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll look for like my friends' comments and stuff, and those like pop to the top and stuff. But it's like, what good is gonna come by? Like, it only could be like someone like congratulating you, or someone being like, you fucking suck. Like for me, it's just like man, I try to live like just like in the real world and like not on my phone too much like that.
What was it like being on Saturday Night Live? Was that like surreal?
Yes, it was crazy. Like for so many reasons, because it's like I've been there before, and I've actually been on the stage before. For me, it was like this. It was like, first of all, I haven't been anywhere in 6 months, so it's like I went to New York. I haven't been anywhere in 6 months, and it's like, and you know, with COVID, it's so different at SNL, and it's for the best. You know, it's really cool. It's like, you know, we got tested 6 times while we were there. Every time you walk through the door, you get tested.
Oh, wow.
So it's like the protocol is crazy. You feel really safe, but like, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm just a fan, like how you guys are. It's like, so if I'm sitting there on stage and Justin comes up and like he sings like this run that's not normally in the song, I'm like, oh my God, don't look up. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Don't mess up. Like he, you know, it's like I'm there. Like, honestly, I'll be on stage, but I'm there just as a fan, you know?
That's awesome. Do you have any like secret or projects that we don't know about with some artists that we may know that are coming up?
Man, honestly, like during quarantine, I didn't even make that much music. Like right now, I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to make my album. Like I'm really going in on the album. But it's like quarantine just made it hard to do so. You know, you can't really see, like I'm not out there like that. I'm really like COVID safe. So it's like, I haven't like seen people. I haven't made music in person with people, and it's like, it's strange.
While you're sitting in the studio or at home, what's like during quarantine? A lot of people have created like crazy kind of foods and concoctions and random stuff, so they don't have to go out to eat. What's the craziest food concoction you came up with during quarantine?
Man, honestly, I cook like crazy though. Like that's my thing. Like I'm cooking like full on, like I always wanted to be a chef if I wasn't in music. So I've been like cooking since I was a kid. So we're cooking like crazy shit. I'm a really adventurous eater. So I'll eat like, you know, I love like sea urchin, like all the weird stuff that like people aren't necessarily eating.
For sure.
So could we be seeing maybe a Benny Blanco cooking show coming soon?
I like that.
I actually have one with the guy named Matty Matheson. It's really funny. You should check it out. It's rare. It's barely a cooking show. It's essentially like Jackass with food.
You quickly mentioned the album. So is that going to come out anytime soon? Or you're just starting to work on it? We don't even know yet.
I just after the song came out, I'm like, people like really are into it. I'm like, okay, you gotta really go in. You gotta make it. Like, you know, I'm always working on stuff, and it's like there's always like a plethora of like a bunch of songs, but it's like now I gotta really like put them into practice. You know what I mean?
Before we let you go, I got one more question about Justin Bieber. Anything you can tell us about him that nobody knows? Because you've been hanging with him a lot, creating this song and more. Is there any like inside info on Justin Bieber?
Man, the thing that makes me so mad is he's just like too good at everything. Like it's like he'll be like, let's play ping pong. Then he's like the best. Then he's like, let's play basketball. Then he's like the best. Then he'll be like, let's play chess. Or like the other day, like he was like, there was this game. It was like archery, like on like your phone. And he was just like, he got like a bullseye every time. And like, I couldn't even get it to hit the thing. Like he's like annoyingly good at everything.
Random things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was amazing talking to you guys. And thanks for, you know, taking out the time, you know?
We appreciate you. Congrats on Lonely. Congrats on SNL. Congrats on the new projects coming out. And thanks for being a cool dude.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks so much. All right. Take it easy, guys.